Hello friends, this is an update of my video from half a year ago when I tried my new method of grafting Adenium sprouts. The link to that video I'll put under the title so you can click on it if you didn't saw it yet. It's called Adenium Grafting New System. The new part of the system is that I left a root from the sprout to feed the plant so that it can grow while merging with with rootstock. This allows faster growth and bigger percentage of takes, smaller percentage of failures. The reason for grafting a sprout, in some cases anyway, is because we want to hurry up, see the result sooner, the first bloom. And the experiment worked. The best it worked when the root of a sprout was in perlite. When I used different mediums, it worked not so much. The failure was higher. I think the reason was because the non-sterile medium was infecting the cut. Anyway, this is how it looks. It looks great. And last half a year all I had to do is watering and make sure to water also the perlite so the root of the root of the sprout can grow and eventually merge down with the container, these little containers I cut the bottoms off. And another job I had to do is that when the shoots were sprouting from rootstock, breaking those off so that they would not overtake, so that they wouldn't overtake the cyan. Here is one that is ready to be cut off also. Okay, the growth is very advanced now, and so the next step is to take away the wrap, because after half a year it thickens, the rootstock thickens so much that the wrapping might start to be strangling the plant. It's no longer needed here. The merger is done, and more energy flowing by not strangling it might slightly even further speed up the growth. So here I took it off, and you can see here is the rootstock that has its own root feeding the cyan, and here is the original tiny whiny root of a sprout that got quite thick now, that's also feeding the root. This particular cyan is from very curly dwarf Adenium called Dorset horn, the curliest and slowest growing of them all, which loses much of its curliness when it's grown on a different kind of rootstock. Well, the fact that it lost its curliness is a proof that not all nutrients are coming from its own root. There is additional advantage of doing this method, this new method of grafting, specifically on Dorset horn, because the other plants, well, you get the result of first bloom sooner. You get faster growth than if it'll grow on its own sprout roots. And you get smaller percentage of failures of graft if you graft it this way. I was hoping for that and it happened, but in addition to that, with the Dorset horn Adenium there is an additional advantage, which is that once it grows really big, it'll be easier, faster and safer to disconnect the rootstock, grow it on its own root, which would result in the super curliness of a plant that would be of a size that would take 10 times longer to grow on its own root. The temporary rootstock would so much speed up the growth. Let me show you. Here I have cute, super curly siblings of this plant, same age, and look how much bigger is this plant, because it's grafted. And actually it'll be a little smaller if it'll be grafted more conventional way, but because I grafted it by having its own root at the same time, it grows even faster than conventional graft, plus it'll be very easy, it'll be easier to disconnect the rootstock later, plant this deeper, its own root, and the new leaves on this plant would be this curly. So now let me put the camera down so I have both hands empty, ready to put the other tapes off, and then I'll show you how it all looks, how each looks. Okay, done. You see the root, hard to see, okay, here, root. And this one, the root died, so it ends up to be the regular veg grafting, or V grafting also known. And not surprising, it is the smallest of them all, smallest growth. And so the conclusion is that this new method I figure out is superior for sprouts grafting of Adenium, provided that you use sterile medium close to the graft. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching. If you didn't subscribe, you might want to do that. If you like this video, give me thumbs up so I will know you liked it. If you have any comments or questions or suggestions, Please do that if you want to, and I like to answer. Goodbye for now. Goodbye, friends.